It's our series called Modern Romance. We're getting a little reality check today as we check in with the Bachelorette. Things, wow, they got a little steamy last night for Kaitlyn as she took the remaining guys overseas, and she'll join us live in a moment. But first, here's a look at all the action from last night.
Oh boy.
Overnight, the Bachelorette drama exploding before a rose was ever handed out.
I came here expecting to meet the girl that had her heart broken and was devastated by Chris Soules, not the girl that wanted to get her field plowed by Chris.
And Kaitlyn not taking the criticism lightly.
My blood is boiling a little bit right now. I'm super offended by you.
Ian walking away from the show, opening the door for Nick to swoop in.
Well, if it means anything, I want everything that Ian says he describes, and I'm still here.
And as the Bachelorette and her suitors head overseas, the sparks between she and Nick continue to fly.
Our next stop is Dublin, Ireland.
Notorious Nick landing the first date in Dublin. Kaitlyn all along saying she needs to stay true to the process.
I really like Nick. Definitely falling for him.
Looking for a modern romance, Kaitlyn says she won't settle. She'll keep an open mind and an open heart and always be in the moment.
I just want to thank you for taking chances, following your heart, going for it.
She did take a risk, though, sleeping with Nick after an all-day one-on-one date.
You want to go back to my suite and, I don't know, whatever happens, happens.
Waking up with a twinge of regret and worrying if the other guys find out, her impulsive moment with Nick might ruin other chances.
I don't necessarily feel guilty about the act. It's more just guilt from caring about other relationships that I have.
And the Bachelorette Twitterverse blew up. Tweets ranging from "do your thing, girl" to "tacky, tacky, tacky." So is the pressure too much? Will the other guys find out?
I just hope he's not here to talk to me about what happened with Nick.
It is a cliffhanger for the ages.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, she doesn't look happy there, but smiling this morning. Kaitlyn's with us live. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So I was just asking you off camera and figure we should talk about it. You said you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Any regrets in sharing that very personal detail about your evening?
I think everybody knows by now that I'm a very in-the-moment person. So in that moment, I felt like I wanted to be honest and open and share that.
And of course, then America wants to share with you their feelings on social media.
Yes.
How has that been for you?
I try to not look too much into it or read too much into it because everybody has their opinions, and no matter what I did throughout the season, people will have their opinions. So it's obviously tough when you get to thousands and thousands of messages that are very negative, but I just try to avoid it.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
You know what? You made your choices.
Yeah.
And people are going to have opinions.
Yeah.
Let's get into the episode, though. Very explosive. What happened behind the scenes with Ian?
I think Ian's ego was a little bruised. According to Ian, it is not difficult for him to get women, and I don't know. I was just thinking, and I said last night, I don't know if he took chemistry at Princeton, but he failed because there was none there. That was the problem.
Wow, Kaitlyn throwing down.
I know. Slice him some humble pie. I don't know.
All right, but meanwhile, with Nick, obviously some chemistry and then some. Do you have any regrets for sort of having been so intimate?
Again, I am a very in the moment person, and I tried to just separate each relationship, and they all move at different paces, and that one definitely moved a little bit quicker than others, and maybe the timing wasn't ideal on that one. But
why do you say that?
Oh, just I always wonder if I would have waited 10 days and it was the fantasy suite and I didn't talk about it, would I be getting the same sort of response from people?
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
But maybe the timing, I don't know. It's just, I worried about jeopardizing other relationships.
Well, speaking of which, really quickly, you call yourself the makeup bandit. It seems to bother the guys, especially Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they forget what show they're on. Every season, I feel like it's the same thing. Like, oh, they're making out with so many people. I'm like, well, that's how you establish if there's a connection or chemistry. So I'm not sure. I understand that it's difficult, but
right.
It's going to happen.
Little role reversal.
Exactly.
All right, Kaitlyn, we can't wait to see how this all plays out, and you all can too. You can watch a brand new episode of The Bachelorette next Monday night at 8, 7 Central right here on ABC. Kaitlyn, we'll see you then.